There we go. We're live, baby. We are live. We're here. We're ready to stream. We're ready to have some fun, yo. Honestly, I am glad to be back. Man, I am glad to be back. It has been too long. The schedule recently has been kind of terrible. That is, again, nobody's fault. Again, we've been doing a lot of business meetings behind the scenes. A lot of stuff has been going on behind the shadows. So I'm glad, though, we were able to go ahead and secure today's stream date, though. I was glad we were able to go ahead and do tonight's stream. I love the Tuesday streams. The Tuesday streams are my absolute favorites. But how we doing today? How's everyone feeling right now? If y'all can go and do me a favor, leave a like on this live stream. Share this around with as many people as possible. Again, any and all interaction. Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot. No stream is complete without the pink light. No stream is complete without the little pink light that I got going on as well. If it's a little too loud in the background, let me know. I do have the AC blasting because it was a hot one today. It was pretty hot, even in the house. Like, I don't have the best insulation, so it gets really, really warm, and it kind of stays that way for a while. Or when it gets really cold, it stays cold, and it's very hard to warm up. So again, it's either or. So I have the AC blasting right now. But if it's too loud, let me know. I can go ahead and just change it for y'all. If the noise is too much, just let me know. Let me know in the live chat. And yes, make sure to share this around with as many people as possible. YouTube right now, I think we've been noticing on a lot of our mainline videos especially, but we've been noticing that there's been a pretty big suppression going on, and not just us, because we checked a few other Airsoft YouTube channels as well. And oh my god, dude, like, it is so obvious that there is such a big suppression right now on content for Airsoft. It's nuts. Obviously, you'll have like the few exceptions, right? But in terms of everything else, man, it's very hard for any of our videos to grow organically. So any and all interaction with the live streams is greatly appreciated. And again, of course, you guys see the promotion right over to the left of me. Same old promo I got going on. Again, I make it as simple and as easy to remember for everyone here. Any $20 or greater order, you're automatically entered, but every $50 you spend only during the regional live streams gets you the 2 entries. You're going to maximize your potential of winning. Hit and air quality has been horrible. Oof. No, air quality not being good? I heard that, man. Hot air quality, and it's been, yeah, no, it's been terrible, man. It's been absolutely fucking terrible, too. It's been absolutely terrible. Because we're in LA, we also got some other things going on in my backyard. Literally going on, like, up the street of me. There have been a lot of things happening. I don't want to get too crazy or political, obviously, so I'll try not to mention them too much, but they're going on. I'm sure if you read the news or watched the news recently, I'm sure you'll see that there's plenty of stuff going on there. Yeah, man, it's been kind of crazy. It's been kind of crazy these last couple days. I also want to go ahead and give an apology to everyone that was looking forward to the last 2 Thursdays. I know we haven't been able to do a giveaway stream in like 2 weeks. There has been a reason for it. We have been incredibly busy behind the scenes. We've had a lot of for me, I've had a lot of personal stuff happen. We're fine. I'm all good. Again, thankfully, nothing. It could have been way worse. But a lot of things have been happening behind the scenes to me recently. But it's all good. You know, thankfully, again, let's just say I have an archangel watching over. My prayers have been, thankfully answered. I need to go to church and say my thanks, because let's just say that, right? It could have been way worse, my situation, but we're all good. And of course, behind the scenes, business-wise, we've also been doing a lot more things going on. Like, we've been in contact with a few bigger contacts, even bigger manufacturers out there, trying to work out ways of bringing in really well sought after products on a regular basis, if that makes any sort of sense. Like, I don't want to spoil too much, but I mean, I guess I can say a little bit. If you guys like gas blowbacks, maybe of the VFC variety, you know what, I'll just leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. You know what, I'm sure you guys feel, y'all are smart, y'all are incredibly intelligent, y'all can figure that shit out. But I want to go say what's up to everyone in the chat right now. Let's see what we got so far. Little Bush Airsoft, what up, man? Good to have you here as well. Airsoft is better than paintball. Yes, and I'll die on that hill. I don't give a fuck. No, I'm pretty sure everyone here who's watching the live stream can agree to that. There is nothing wrong with paintball. I think there's a lot of fun to be had with paintball. But I'll be honest, man. I will be honest. I definitely would say that Airsoft is significantly more fun for me, and it's significantly cheaper. Do with that information what you will. Can we have a video pushing the MTW 308 Unleashed to its limits out of the box? Here's the problem with those guns. They take, for any pre-built HPA guns, it's very difficult to set up and very expensive to go in and shoot. Because remember, once we shoot that gun, we can't sell that as brand new anymore. You know what I mean? Like, that's not a brand new gun. When you order a brand new gun, especially if it's an expensive gun, you want that thing to be QC'd by the factory at most, and that's it, right? You don't want anybody else getting their grubby little hands on it, shooting it. You want a brand new, spanking brand new airsoft gun right out the box, right? So that's what you got to be going for. So that's why we typically try not to do those as often. But I'll be honest, I've had a little bit of trigger time with those MTWs, man. Holy hell. Damn. I may not be the biggest HPA simp out there, but I mean, if you were going to make a genuine effort, the MTWs are the way to start. And the 308 version? Ooh, baby. Ooh. Smoking, baby. I actually really, really like those 308. First of all, you know me. 308's like my jam, man. You know, that's what I'm all about, baby. That's what it's all about. But MTW, though, again, like, I'm not the biggest HPA guy, but damn, it feels good to shoot. Rusty, what's going on, man? Good to have you here as well. The Epic Fail 989. Good evening, everyone. RPG lovers, me hungry? I'm not, thankfully. I had a nice dinner. Jazz helped me out with the prep work. We made chili. I made chili dogs. Oh, dog. It was delicious. Absolute delicioso, brother. Delicioso. Here to support the airsoft. That's what's up, baby. That's up. Appreciate that. J. Gabriel Sans. Fire emoji. Thank you. Muy fuego. Gracias. Squirrely Nuts. Hey, what's going on, man? Brewer, good to have you here as well. J of D. My man, my brother. How you doing? Who's they? They pro in LA right now. Yes, those are going on right now. Hot damn. You ever see, okay, you guys ever watch the movie Akira? You ever watch that anime? Okay. Beginning portion of the movie, when like shit's going crazy in the background, I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of what it feels like right now. I'm not gonna lie, you know? Nowhere near as violent, but damn, like if it does not evoke those same type of imagery, you know? Hey, good on the movie for capturing the real life essence of that, right? What's going on? Remember, guys, this is a Q&A live stream. So during the duration of this live stream, if you do have any airsoft related questions, you're more than welcome to go ahead and ask away if you'd like. Just make sure to put the letter Q, obviously, right in front of your question. It's going to make it a lot easier for me to spot and identify. And again, for those that are watching right now, first time ever joining the stream, welcome. I want to welcome every single person to the Mayo Gang Collective, to the Mayo Brotherhood, if you will. Want to leave a link to the live stream rules. Remember, this is all in regards also to our live stream giveaway that we do every week. Well, we were supposed to. The last 2 weeks have been really, really hectic, so we haven't been able to go ahead and do the giveaway. But on the upside, that means you had even more time to get entered into the giveaway. So you had plenty of time to do it. But I will leave a link to the live chat as well, or to the live stream rules in the live chat for y'all to go and check out as well. Cutter Ello, good to have you here as well, man. I'm not seeing anything. Make sure. Okay, time to save store credit. Time to save. Yes, absolutely. Cathy-ristic, good to have you here, Cathy-ristic. Any crazy sidearm deal today? There's a few options. I mean, there's plenty of stuff that's gonna be discounted right now, but let me see for sidearms. I think there might be one or two, but let me double check. Which, by the way, I'm gonna leave a link to the sales page on the website as well from our live chat. I'll put that there for y'all to check out as well. There's thousands of fucking discounted items right now. It's gonna be up to 25% off right now. That literally goes for, again, so many thousands of products that are discounted right now. But in the off chance that what you're looking for is not discounted, strongly recommend you use coupon code 2025. That's 2025 at checkout to save yourself 10% off. As long as it's not already pre-discounted, should be able to go ahead and apply across the board on everything. You know what I mean? Not like other sites, I'm not going to name names, but you know who I'm talking about. Other sites that will have, you know, a bunch of coupons and they don't apply to shit. So, you know, just not like the other guys. Just saying. Just throwing that out there. But yes. As far as a sidearm, I mean, there's a few that you can honestly go with if you're looking specifically pistols. I mean, let me see. Is my favorite discounted? Let's see here. I want to see. I want to check this out. Oh my goodness. Yes, it is, baby. Damn, still going for that fucking sweet deal, baby. Baba Yaga 2, baby. Baba Yaga 2. I like the black, but again, I think I prefer the bronze. 126 going from 169 to 126 is fucking nuts. That's freaking crazy. That's on a shocker deal going on right now. So I'll leave a link to that one as well. that'll definitely get you entries. You know what I mean? That'll definitely get you some hella entries into this week's giveaway as well. I'll definitely give you entries into this week's giveaway. Which, by the way, this mainline video that's going to be coming up, for all my gas blowback enjoyers out there, or for anyone that was actually considering, dipping their toes into the gas blowback waters, this is going to be a video you're going to want to watch. This is going to be a video you're going to want to watch because we're going to give a definitive answer for when people ask us what is the best gas blowback that you can get out there. What's the best gas blowback rifle that's on the market right now? What's the best gas blowback to get, for performance, all that stuff, right? We're going to give you a definitive answer on come Friday, right? And the reasons why. But we're going to say it like within the first minute, like, yes, this is our best. But here's why, you know what I mean? Like, because I feel like that's becoming a growing question that we've been getting a lot more frequently as well. Anytime we drop a mainline video, we'll see it in the comment section. We'll see it in our shorts as well. Anytime gas blowback in general is like a talking point in a short that I do, for example, that short generally will do pretty damn well, like better than other shorts do. I mean, I get it, right? They're cool, they're super realistic, they're fun, right? They look sick. But again, I do feel more so, as niche as Airsoft is, right? Because let's be real, even though it's become more mainstream in the last couple of years, Airsoft in itself is still very niche, right? Like, I would say the vast majority of people don't have a full understanding. I think more and more people definitely know what it is, but I don't think they have a full grasp or understanding of what the hobby really entails. At least all the nitty gritty, you know what I mean? To be able to define it perfectly. But I feel like even within this niche collective, there exists very, very, and I'm going to say it, no offense to any of my GBB rifle users out there, but I am going to say it. I'm going to call you out just a little bit. I will say that there are big, very loud and vocal little subsects or little tribes of GBR users, depending on what system you're running, right? Oh, 100%. And Boaz can attest to this as well. Cisco attests to it as well. It is, and even Bossman too, right? He said it plenty of times before on stream. It is incredibly, almost feels tribal. You know what I mean? Like a little dogmatic. I'm not gonna lie, a little dogmatic, where it feels like you're in one camp. You're in either camp TM MWS, you're in camp VFC, right? One of the two. Like, there is no in between. VFC users, for whatever reason, don't like TM, and TM users don't like VFC. And then, of course, you have maybe smaller ones as well. Maybe not as loud, but still present, GHK fanboys as well, which I haven't really heard too much of from recently, so there's that, right? I remember here they used to be a lot more vocal back in the day. There is still WeTech, a little bit older, a little bit more archaic, if you will, but still ever present as well. But just more kind of, I feel like WeTech users are very chill, you know what I mean? They don't really give too much of a fuck, right? They're just kind of there vibing in the background. I feel like you have TM and VFC just fucking going at it, right? Just at each other's throats on forums online, and of course in the comment sections of whatever videos that come out there, right? It's gotta go with the VFC, you gotta go with the MWS. And I understand the call for both, right? If you guys don't know the difference, right, between the two, if I had to sum it up in like one sentence, and bear in mind, this is really, 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 really just like boiling it down to one thing, right? Obviously, there's more nuance than this, but if I had to put it down in a sentence in terms of the main difference between the two, the TM focuses more on efficiency. It does. It focuses more on efficiency. The VFC focuses more on realism. Now, both are gas blowback, so both are going to be pretty damn realistic, right? And both are made very well, but the TM is definitely a lot easier to game with from what I've seen, and a lot easier to build up. Versus what I've seen for VFC, I know that they exist out there. I know people run with them, and I know people do upgrade the snot out of them. But I'm going to be real. I don't know a single VFC gas blowback rifle user that doesn't have problems later on down the line. I'm just saying, even with all the upgrades, all my personal friends, they run VFCs as well, custom built, from the ground up as well, or sometimes they'll just leave them stock too, just by comparison. Still have problems. They'll still have problems, and all the problems you would expect of a GBB, so that's kind of to be expected. But when I compare it to the MWS, there's something to be said there. When a stock TM MWS can compete in terms of range and accuracy to like some of the most high-end AEGs right now, right, and still outshoot them in terms of range and accuracy, there's something to be said about the Japanese space magic, man. There's something to be said there about that. Let me scroll down the most recent comments and questions. Brewer, Isaias, are you guys getting the Lalex electric sidewinding speed loaders back in stock or anything similar? More than likely, yes. More than likely, yes. It's honestly going to be a matter of when our distributors can get more, right? They can place the order, but a lot of things right now are just they take so long to cross the waters, you know? But yes, that is something that we definitely want to get in more of, because that would be really, really cool to have, you know? That's how it'd be with brands too. KWA GBB user would be like, it is what yeah, dude, that's me. That's me, man. I'm simple-minded like that, you know what I mean? I feel like if you were to use a Jedi mind trick on me, it wouldn't, you know what I mean, take too much effort to convince me to do whatever it is you asked me to do. Like, I love my KWA LM4, and I know it's got problems. I know it's not the most, I would say, gameable, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, it's not the most game-worthy, like, gaslight platform. You can run with it and play games with it, no problem. There's a reason why law enforcement uses that. Still, to this day, all these years later, they will still use that as their training platform when not going with real ARs, right? When they're going to go to Airsoft for training platforms, they're going with the KWA LM4. And for a good reason. It's a solid pick, man. You know what I mean? It's a solid pick. And I love it, but again, I know that in terms of buildability, it's definitely not, it doesn't have it. It might have had a little bit of support back in the day, but it's so hard to find anything for it. You know, like any sort of Type 4 inner barrel upgrades for it. Even the bucking and hop-up setup. The aftermarket ones are harder to get now because, again, there's just not as many people getting them on the Airsoft scene. I love mine still. I still love mine, and I will still run it. But I know, again, that in terms of building it out, or even just performance, there are better options out there. But I will say this. Out of all of them out the box, I will say that KWA definitely has the closest, I would say, blowback action to the real thing. I would definitely say it has the strongest out the box. You know, I mean, granted, you are limited there, so there's nothing you can do to make it more. But, you know, still freaking fun. You know what I mean? I feel like it's kind of a good in-between. It kind of does a little bit of everything fairly well, but nothing extraordinarily well, if that makes any sort of sense. You know, but again, I still like it. Airsoft Phantom is the news. I'd say are the Mayo Gang Mark II still in stock? This is from DG Gaming Chan J. It's a great question. Mayo Gang Mark II, the MGC4 Mark II, baby. Good pick. Yes, they should still be in stock at this time. If we go ahead and take a look at the MGC4 section here, we'll see that, yes, the Mark II. Oh, and it's discounted right now too. Normally $315, going for $280, $350. But again, there are other colors as well. If you want to go full bronze, you want to go the challenge kit. If you want to go the black and bronze, which is my personal favorite, this is the one that I run. Thank you, Brewer. That's still like got to be one of the best birthday gifts I've ever gotten, like ever. Right, I'll leave a link to the MGC4 page on the site as well. If you're looking for the Mark III, baby, the Mark III is also available as well. Darkest of Trees, brother. How you doing, man? How you doing? How you living, baby? KLA SR4, no problem so far. That's the thing, too. The only problem I have with the SR4, mags, man. Like, they gotta release more mags. You know, like I've been asking for it too, man. Mr. Savage 710, by the way, good to have you here as well. But I know, dog. I've been seeing your things. I want there to be more SR4 mags as well. I think the SR4 is banging. I think it's bitching, bro. I love the SR4. It's so cool. I love how just mean sounding that thing is. That blowback action is nuts. You know, we are gonna be getting more. More SR4s coming in. So hopefully by the time that the other variations of the SR4 do arrive, we will also be seeing more magazines along with that as well to, you know, kind of keep the demand growing for it. Because it's a cool gun. It's a really cool gun. I think KLI has kind of hit their stride, you know, with being able to come up with some really, really solid and fun CO2 blowback options that are viable to bring to an airsoft field. I like it a lot. I think if there was any other issue other than just mag availability, that's not even really its fault. That's just a testament to how cool the gun is, right? The only real issue I have with the SR4, and it's more of a design thing for the first batch, and you won't really see that happening for any of the other batches that come out after that. It's going to be the placement of the hop-up chamber. I believe it's using the same hop-up chamber system as, or at least designed similar to enough to the Western arm system, so it's like underneath the freaking like it's underneath the handguard. You got to go real close to the receiver, and that's kind of annoying, you know, because if you have a free float handguard there, it's like, fuck, I got to take this shit off and adjust it there, right? It's not as easy to get to, right? So again, in the future, for all future variations of the SR4, they should have the new and improved hop-up system where you'd be able to go ahead and access it through the front just through the flash hider here, right? You'd be able to go ahead and just stick a little tool right inside of the outer barrel right before you hit the inner barrel, and you'll be able to go ahead and adjust right then and there, which is tight, which is really, really cool. I am looking forward to it. We got a prototype of that, and it was put into our sample, our marketing model that we used to shoot. That helps out so much. It really does a really good job. So yeah, that would be the only thing that I ever had a problem really with the S4 as I continue to use it. It just, yeah, that was just the placement of the hob chamber. But again, they're remedying the problem. So there, crisis averted. You know what I mean? Scrolling up as well. I'm starting running my Article 1 with my MTW tactical railing. Hey, the Article 1s are pretty sick. The Article 1s are pretty freaking sweet, dude. Vast majority knows that the ammo is a plastic PV. Guys, what are your opinions on the Glock sidearms? Is it customizable like the high cap is? Characteristic, that is a great question. And also, remember, guys, this is a Q&A live stream, so feel free to go ahead and ask your questions. Put it down in the live chat, but just put a little Q in front of your questions. It's going to make it a lot easier for me to spot and identify. For Glocks, that's a very good question, because I do see a lot of people. Glocks are very popular, but not for the same reason that high kappas are popular. Right? You get a high kappa, you're getting a pistol that is going to be great for building. It almost seems like it was designed, at this day and age, it almost seems like it was tailor-made to be customized with the sheer amount of aftermarket support exists for the high kappa, right? And if you were just trying to build yourself a really cool pistol, yeah, you could go with that as well. But if you're trying to go Glocks, I think Glocks are, especially if you're going for the BFC OEM one, or even the new, oh my god, what is it? Is it SR or the oh my god, what is it called? Is it the KLI OEM, the SRC one, the SRC OEM ones that we're getting now, the Glock 17 Gen 5 MOS? That one is solid, right? All those pistols are really, really great out the box. They work good. You never really have to touch the internals. Now again, like any airsoft gun out there that exists, you can always benefit from a bucking and inner barrel. Obviously, it's a gas blowback pistol. Like any gas blowbacks, maintain it, clean it, lube it up. You know what I mean? Don't let it sit there for months without cleaning it. You know, and don't be a dirty boy. Don't be a dirty boy. Pause. Didn't mean it to come out that way, but you know what I mean. Don't let it get nasty. I'm gonna stop. You know what I mean. Take care of your stuff. You know, take care of your things, right? But for the Glock specifically, there just isn't as much stuff that exists for the VFC Glocks, especially now the oh my god, the SRC Glocks that are coming out now. There just isn't as much stuff that exists for it, and I think that's okay. I don't think you really need to make it like, it doesn't need to be like the most customizable super modular. You can change out any part for it because it's already good as is. I'm gonna say something, and especially the American airsoft scene needs to kind of realize this too. It doesn't need to be fully customizable in order for it to be good. Just because you can build it doesn't make it good. I'm just saying, I think more people need to start judging airsoft guns on their own, no upgrades, no modifications, no customization. Just compare apples to apples, oranges to oranges. Compare the guns out the box to another gun out the box and see how they perform, right? I think that is your best way to measure it in terms of, is this gun worth the money or not, right? The Glocks are going to be officially licensed, so yeah, they're going to be a little bit pricier. You got to pay for that licensing somehow, you know what I mean? But it is kind of worth it because so many people still have their very first Glocks that they got back when the official license ones came out in 2017. People still run them to this day, ever since they came out 2017, which is 8 years. 8 years from now, right? That was 8 years ago. So, you know, that's a testament to just how well that they were constructed. And there are still upgrade components that you can get for it, and even customization parts do exist for it as well now. I've seen plenty of carbine kits for them as well. Inner barrels, CDC hop-up chambers, you name it, they'll pretty much make it. Sometimes it can be a little hard to find, but generally speaking, your core components, they're all there. And magazines are still being made for it. So I would say they are indeed worth it. But if you're looking for something solely just for customization, I would say the Glock is not going to be the best move to make. Now, you could go with the unofficially licensed clones that exist out there, like from TM, for example. I personally don't recommend it. Here's the thing. I own a TMG series pistol. Right? I've owned it. This is if I had no, and the worst part is I got it the same year that the officially licensed ones came out, and I didn't know that they were coming out. I got it, and then like a few days later, I saw, oh, officially licensed Glocks coming out. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, I would have waited had I known. I would have 100% waited had I known that was the case, right? But man, I've owned that TM Glock, and I put so much money into upgrades. That thing is, it's the most mid pistol in my collection, man. I almost never use it anymore. I almost never, like, if I'm gonna use a Glock, I'm gonna use my VFC one. I have a VFC Glock 19. I'm gonna use that. I don't need to touch anything. I just need to clean it. Just clean it, and I'm good to play, right? I hate my TM one, man. Like, I've cleaned that thing so much. I've taken so good care of it, and there are still things that are wrong with it. And I've had several techs work on it, and it'll work for a little bit, and then it just breaks. Something else goes wrong with it. Like, it ain't. I'm gonna be. And also the mags. Oh, I can't tell you how much I hate TM G series magazines. I freaking hate those, dude. Sucks. Absolutely sucks. Fight me. I don't care. At me. I do not care. I've lived this life. You know, it's not good. But yes. Moving forward, you know, I digress. If you're looking for customization, go with a high kappa. That's like your best bet. If you want to go second best, maybe even 1911. Go 1911, you know? If you want to just have a pistol that's good out the box that doesn't need any customization, also doesn't have as much customization, go with a Glock, right? Might have to cop. My Comment Master has gave out on me. Oh no, characteristic. I would say still keep it. Hold on to it. You know, you can always repair it more. You can always repair it more. Like Combat Masters, they're still high kappas. You know, you can still build them out. Lost USP order. JK, I love you. Should I ask when I lost USPS order? Yeah, we got a hold of UPS, Josh Landis. They said that they're still doing their investigation. We'll ask again tomorrow too, just to follow up, because you know we want to keep doing it. We want to make sure that again, you know, we don't like lose track of this or anything. But yeah, more than likely, if they straight up cannot like find it, they're just gonna end up like crediting us, crediting. Why can't I say this word? Crediting us. They're going to basically give us credit. I gave up. They're going to basically give us credit for it, and then we're going to go ahead and resend the package again. So I'm sorry that does happen. You know, it really sucks when I don't want to like throw shade at UPS or FedEx or any carrier service, because dude, it's tough for them, man. You know what I mean? Like, I saw this video the other day of this FedEx driver. He was making a delivery. He was dropping off this package, and this MFer comes right up next to him, and he's like, "Oh, that's my package. You can just leave it there." And then he's like, what's your name? And then the dude's like, so, what do you mean, what's my name? It's my package. And he's like, no, what's your name? And then the dude charges at him and then tries fighting him. Another guy pulls out. The getaway driver comes out and tries fighting this guy too. This FedEx driver held his own, and he fought off these two dudes. Like, he started kicking their asses, man. If they had stayed any longer, he would have beaten their asses to the ground. They ran away. And then as soon as he was bringing the package up and he was about to knock on the door, like, I guess the homeowner, she saw it through the Ring cam, because we were watching the Ring footage. She opens the door. She's like, are you okay? And he's like, no, it happens all the time, ma'am. Don't worry about it. And like, genuinely, like, he wasn't being a jerk or sarcastic. He was like, no, don't worry about it. This happens more often than you think. And I'm like, damn, really? That's part of the job description? You got to fight off porch pirates? Violent porch pirates? What the frick? I felt bad for that dude, man. So I do feel bad whenever like a package gets lost or gets stolen, because I know it's not always their fault, but you know, there is a reason why we do like to work with UPS specifically, because again, it is nice to know that their packages, at the very least, there is insurance on it. So when a situation like this happens, whether it be an unforeseen set of circumstances, right, or maybe just, hey, someone just fucking stole something off the truck, which does happen very often, at least often enough for them to even need insurance in the first place for it. It's nice to know that you can still get what it is that you order, right? That's still good to know, at the very least. Akira is best. Yes, dude, same. I remember, like, about a year ago, I showed Jess, because she's been wanting to, like, try more, like, I guess, like, different things that I've been watching. So I recently got her into the original Mobile Suit Gundam. Dude, freaking banger show. If you haven't seen the original Mobile Suit Gundam from 1979, Highly recommend you go check it out. It's fucking awesome. It holds up even to this day. Animation is rough, but I don't give a fuck. That shit is cool as fuck. But I did also get her to watch Akira as well. Oh my god, dude, she was like loving it too. It's awesome. Oh, dude, I can talk about that shit all day. I can talk about that shit all day. Okay. I'm gonna scroll down the most recent comments and questions. Remember, guys, promotion going on right now. Every $50 you spend gets you 2 entries into this week's live stream giveaway. Any $20 greater order you spend will automatically get you entered into it with 1 entry. But you might as well maximize your potential of winning and get as many entries as possible. Save right now due to summer sales where you can get up to 25% off thousands of discounted items and shocker deals. Not to mention coupon code 2025. You can apply that at checkout. Save yourself 10% off any items that are not already pre-discounted. Don't miss out. All right. Oh, this one is coming from. Oh, what the fuck? Snorlax VR. Okay, it was like capital letter, lowercase letter, capital. I was like, what the fuck? Am I having a stroke? Snorlax VR. That's a great question. Remember, guys, put the letter Q right in front of your question if you want to ask me a question. Makes it a little easier for me to spot and identify. Is the CZ Scorpion Evo 3 good for a beginner? No. I mean, it's not a bad gun at all by any stretch of the imagination. It is a really, really good gun. I do like it. But the problem is being able to build it when you eventually have problems. Like I've said before millions of times, right? And again, I will say it as many times as I have to. It does not matter how expensive your airsoft gun is or how awesome or well-made it is. Anything mechanical over time will break down. And I'll say it again, anything mechanical over time will wear out, burn out, be worn down. It's just the nature of the beast, right? It's the nature of machines. Things are not meant to be forever, right? Now, they can last a long time, absolutely, but they are eventually going to wear down and break down, right? But with that being said, you can definitely go with the CZ Scorpion. I think they're really, really well made. I think they're really cool, but I always like to compare it whenever I have walk-in customers in the shop. I like to compare it to your first car, right? If you're looking for a good, I don't even want to say beginner gun, but just, I would say look for something a little bit more forgiving, right? And this is coming from the guy that likes the weird shit. I like the weird, I like the obscure, I like the different, the eclectic, the unique, the strange, right? For your first airsoft gun, get an AR. Get an AR, get an M4, get an M16. Even get a Car 15, you know what I mean? Get an old school car with a fixed carry handle, bro. Fixed carry handle gang, But get something along those lines, because it's like your first car. You're going to crash it. You are going to mess something up. Something bad's going to happen. Always the case. But it's nice to know that when you do have an issue, you can walk into any shop, preferably us. You can go through our website. But just saying, nobody else does the giveaways. You can go into any shop and you'll be able to find the replacement parts needed for it. Maybe not the exact OEM parts, but you'll find at the very least upgrade components, so that problem won't happen again, or you'll be able to more easily avoid that issue, whatever it might be. With the CZ Scorpion, there's a limit to what you can do with it, and that doesn't mean that it's necessarily a bad thing, but I would never regard it as a beginner friendly gun, if that makes any sort of sense. I would never say that, oh yeah, top three recommendations for beginner airsofters. Number 1, CZ Scorpion. That'll never come out of my mouth, ever, because let's assume that you have issues with it, because this has happened once before, only once, right? But it was annoying. I felt bad for this customer who had gotten a CZ Scorpion, right? It was his first airsoft gun too, and after maybe 3 times playing with it outside, he's had it less for a month. He was having issues with the ETU. The problem is, with that ETU, nobody carries that ETU, at least nobody that I'm aware of at that time carried the ETU in-house, right? That ETU needed to be sourced directly from the manufacturer. So he had to contact the manufacturer, ASG, get a hold of their RMA department, then he had to find a way to get one sent in as well. He couldn't have it replaced through us because he had thrown away his retail packaging. So we wouldn't be able to go ahead and take it back, because we would need to at least have the packaging for it. And he had to wait so long to get that ETU sent in so he can do the replacement. And even then, he had to find a tech that was willing to do it, and he had to spend the money out of pocket to have it installed, right? Because he wasn't about to send his whole gun, all the way to ASG, right? He just wasn't able to go ahead and do that. So it was just a long process and was very inconvenient. And again, just the fact that he had to go direct to the manufacturer for that part, which isn't always the worst. I like what KWA does, where they'll list majority of their components on the site, so you can just buy it as will, whenever you want. Or if not, you can just give them a call and they'll sell you the part. Like I know plenty of my guys that have KWA stuff, and they've bought directly from KWA just over the phone. Like, hey, I need this specific valve knocker, and they're like, all right, cool, here you go. Yeah, it's this much. All right, cool, sweet. Like they'll just charge you out right then and there. They're not gonna say no. But not every company is like that, though. That's the downside. So I would not say that is the most beginner friendly per se, but you can still go with it. It's a fantastic gun. It's built incredibly well. It's super cool. It's super unique. You never see anything like a CZ Scorpion out there, right? As often as you should. The Evo 3 especially, I think, is really, really tight. I like it. It gets my stamp of approval, but I just wouldn't really recommend it as a beginner gun. If you catch my drift there. Oh, no. Shipping companies do have it tough, though. People got to remember to thank and show appreciation to them whenever possible. No, yeah, it's true. If you ever happen to come across like a shipper, just tell them thank you. Even if it's an Amazon delivery guy, well, they're still doing their job. Just general courtesy always is nice. Still trying to figure out if an Arcturus is the best first gun to get. It really depends on what you're looking for. It really depends on what you value. Really depends on a lot of different things there. But in terms of just overall, yeah, absolutely. I love Arcturus. You kidding me? Arcturus is great. Here's your Arcturus. Arcturus. I like saying that word, Arcturus. You gotta say it like Sean Connery. Arcturus. Oh, my name's Sean Connery. I play Airsoft. I use an Arcturus. If I were to go with an Arcturus, I'd probably go with something like one of these bad boys. The LWT series. The LWT series, specifically the starter package, because they'll come included with a, honestly, banging battery. A good battery and charger set. Like, I have no issues with this whatsoever. I think this is a really, really solid deal. Now, granted, for me personally, between Arcturus and, let's say, like a Gen 3, I would say even compared to like a Gen 3, like Lancer, I think I would still lean more towards the Lancer, but I totally get why you would go with Arcturus as well. Like, that's just general biasness and personal preference, but yeah, man, like, I got no issues with the Arcturus, especially you go the LWT. Oh man, the LWTs are freaking banging, dude. I love Arcturus cold level of quality. I mean, it's rare, like, and I mean rare, when you get an Arcturus gun that gives you problems out the box. You know what I mean? I have seen it happen, but it's so remote and it's so uber specific with what it is. Like, what are the odds that this specific, like this hop-up chamber was just like slightly off spec by a hair? Okay, swap out the hop chamber. You're done. You know what I mean? Guns good as new. Like, I almost never see any issues with Arcturus guns. So if you were thinking about doing one for your first airsoft gun, yeah, you can't go wrong. I would just say do the LWT though. It's probably the best option, honestly, for any first timers. Ooh, this one comes from, what the fuck? How do I say this? Kipton Rod. I couldn't fucking pronounce that for some reason. Kipton Rogers. What's the best sniper for accuracy? Stock, but can get aftermarket. Oof. Excuse me. Apologies for that. Okay, so Kipton. I'll be honest. A lot of snipers perform about the same. It sucks because it's kind of the same thing for like airsoft pistols. A lot of them out the box, in terms of range and accuracy, they're generally about the same. They're generally about the same in terms of their level of performance out the box. There are a few that are a little bit nicer than others. I would think then at that point, let's see if it's still here. I want to see if we still have it, because if we do, then this would technically be the option that fits the description. Yeah. Probably one of these. Yeah, it's probably one of these. The modified M24s. These are actually really nice out the box. If you guys didn't know, this was the original base for the Novrich SSG. I'm just saying. I didn't say anything. I'm just saying. But yes, these were. That's basically it. It's basically it, right? These are good out the box, but it is very pricey for a sniper rifle. You know what I mean? Like I get it. You already get the Type 4 inner barrel, right? You get tapered barrel. You got a lot of really cool stuff in here. You got a lot of good stuff in here, right? Hop-up chamber is actually really, really nice on here as well. It's really solid, very, very consistent. Trigger guard, 2 swings. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's good. It's got a nice piston in there. Like, it's already got some pretty upgraded stuff out the box. for a sniper rifle, which is nice, but it is just a little bit pricey. Maybe too pricey for some people, maybe not. I'll leave a link to that as well in the live chat, just if you want to check it out. That'd probably be the best one. But again, it is still using should still be using VSR10 compatible components. If you want my honest bet, though, go for something cheap, right? Go for this. This is your best bet. If you want to save money, oh my god, damn, that's discounted as fuck. Hot damn, brother. Oh my god, just fucking fuck the modify. Get this. You kidding me? Get the Double Bell VSR10. It's normally $99, right? And you get the synth polymer or the synth body on here, nice and solid black, very cool, very classy. Can't go wrong with it. 100% VSR10 compatible. And it already shoots pretty fucking hot. And the quality of parts in here are actually not bad. I had several techs look at this, and they said that they actually liked the sear. They liked the piston on this. It works very well. Only thing you would need on this, bucking inner barrel, right? New bucking, new inner barrel. And yeah, I think you're pretty much good. You're set at that point to pretty much be competitive. Yeah, obviously, you could upgrade way more, of course. You know, put in like a 0 trigger and some shit, right? Absolutely. But just in order to hit your targets out there at range consistently, bucking inner barrel, man. Bucking inner barrel, and you're done. You're donezo. This thing, I remember Cronin, this thing already shoots close to 500 FPS out the box. And for $79 on sale right now, dude, like, absolutely. This is my go-to sniper rifle. If I'm gonna run a sniper rifle, this is the only one that I'm gonna run. This is the only one I'm gonna run, because I know that I can always build this out. Absolutely. Absolutely, I can. All right. That's good. Wish you lived closer. DJ, yeah, I do wish DJ lived closer. DJ, if you lived closer, man, we'd be playing, like, way more. You, Dark Tree, Brewer, myself. Squirrely Nuts, if you were here, man, fucking... Oh, dude. If Squirrely Nuts was closer, dude, I'd be inviting you, like, out every time I go to play. I think you would have gone to Milsom West with us already at this point. You know what I mean? Like, I would have made you come. I would have bought your ticket by now. I'm like, hey, here you go. You're coming with. Which, Dark Tree, don't be surprised if one of these days I do that for you too. If I'm like, hey, do you want to go to Milsom West? And you're like, I don't know, I'm kind of busy. I don't know if I'll be doing anything. It's like, oh, no, you're not. I already bought your ticket. Here you go. Like, just guilt trip you into going. You know what I mean? That'd be absolutely. Or Brewer, you too, man. I would love to do that to you. Like, okay, well, now you don't have a choice, so. Squigs, best GVR out the. What did I say, Chad? What did I say earlier? Someone's gonna ask, what is the best GVR out of the box? In my opinion, in Boaz's opinion, in Cisco's opinion, and even in Bossman's opinion, I think the general overall consensus is going to be the TMMWS system. The TMMWS M4, probably the best GBR out the box. You know what I mean? If you're looking for efficiency, if you're looking for aftermarket support, availability, and accessibility, technically speaking, that one, even though it is super pricey, it's the fact that it's available pretty much across the board. Everyone has, as far as I know, I would hope at this point, every shop is going to at least have some M4 MWS variation out there. Whether they're going for like the classic, M4A1 clamshell, or they're going for, the CKBR version, the URGI version, they're going to have it. Or maybe the, the MTR16, the black and gold one. You know the ones I'm talking about, that one. We're gonna have it, you know what I mean? And there's, again, like I said, you can choose which one. That MWS system is just solid, man. Let's see here. Refine search, the airsoft gun. You've got to put the thing in the thing there, and then there you go. Right? Like, we have several versions. Obviously, like the URGI one. That one fucking always sells out, man. URGI, it doesn't even matter how expensive it is. That shit'll move immediately. That's the first one that goes, what we notice, right? But we'll have just the classic Riz, right? The M4A1, just, like that's, you know what I mean? Like, this is a solid base to work off of, But if you want to save a little bit of money, obviously you can go, with this one, just a regular carbine MWS system, right? With the regular clamshell. The CKBR actually would be saving you a little bit of money at $545. There's that one. Right, if you want to go for that that Mark 18 Block 1, you want to mod 1, you want to go that setup, you can. We even have custom versions of them. We have the, the Agave Ferret, I think I mentioned that last time. You know, the Wish.com version of a honey badger, agave ferret. You know what I mean? But we'll have customs of those as well. They're not hard to build out. They're pretty simple. You know, it's also very easy to get the parts for it. Because again, at this point in this day and age, everyone should be carrying, you know, the parts for the MWS system. Again, it is going to be essentially the standard in terms of spec. You know, like the TM M16 M4 AG, their version 2 gearbox kind of set the standard for everyone else. It's going to be the same thing for gas blowback. TM is going to set the standard, and we're all just going to kind of follow along with it. We're already seeing, we've told you guys before plenty of times that there are several companies out there that are coming out with their own MWS clones. Some of them are good-ish, you know, good-ish. There's always going to be a compromise, you know. And then some of them are not so good-ish. Some of them are really bad. But people love them because, again, you can build them out. But again, it's just the sheer amount of money you'd spend to get. Yeah, and I'll be honest, you don't even really, technically speaking, need to build these out because they're actually really good as is. Like, seriously, we've done a comparison video and actually talked about the specs of these bad boys out the box like 2 years ago. A stock TMMWS has more range than some AEGs out there, man. Like, it can outshoot even some of the best AEGs on the market right now, which is, I still find nuts. I know there's obviously science behind it, but I still find it very, very nuts. What Glock platform do you personally recommend? Whichever one you honestly think is coolest, honestly. I mean, the two most popular obviously are going to be the 17 and the 19. I generally prefer the more compact stuff, but I think for Glocks, I actually like the 17 a lot. I'm basic, but again, a 19 you can't go wrong. 34 is always really, really cool. A little pricey, but you can go with the 34. Honestly, it's just going to be a matter of whichever one you think is cool. I would say 17 or 19, you can't go wrong with either or. 45, though, I think Boaz is a 45 man. Boaz is a 45 man. I think Cisco's a 19, and I'm a 17. Oh, see, I'm away. See, scrolling up. Make sure I'm missing anything. I was on the field Sunday and hit someone from 200 feet away with my Article 1. Hey, baby. Absolutely. Something cool you can make it. What is the best answer down as well? Scrolling down. God damn, scrolling down. Oh my god. Move so fast. What do you think about the Silverback TAC 41P? Haven't had too much exposure to it, and don't know too much about it, to be honest. So can't really say. DG Gaming Chan J. Sorry, it's hard for me to read from here. Anyone ever gotten pulled over with airsoft guns in the car? I've had someone do inspections of my car. Me and my homie Nick once. We were gonna go to. Apparently, they had like this open range where you can bring basically anything to go shoot at this military base up somewhere in like near San Luis Obispo, and we had to like pull over or like turn around, and they said, "Oh yeah, we have airsoft guns," because I guess the range was closed. And like, "Oh yeah, what do you got in there?" Right? I guess I don't know. Maybe we look suspicious. I don't know. But they were asking. We had to explain to them we have airsoft guns, and they were like, "Oh okay." We had to explain to them what it was, and they were cool with it. Nothing crazy though, like the short that we did a while back. You know the short I'm talking about, guys. You know where Boaz like I pretend to be a cop, and Boaz has to like. He's like, what? You know, he's the average airsofter. He's like freaking out, and he opens the glove box, and he finds that all these like 30-round mags. Obviously, it's a California thing, right? I was like, what are you doing with those 30-round mags? You can't really know what's wrong with it while buying new. You have a warranty if it's alone. Yeah, that's true. Should I buy? Yeah, no, that's a good question. Snorlax VR. I mean, you can take it as us being biased because obviously, you know, we are a business, we're airsoft retailer. But I'll say this, man. I can't tell you the number of times that people come in and hoping to get a gun repaired that they bought used, and they thought it was they thought it was gonna be basically good as new, and they were saving money. They got a deal, and then, oh, I'm having problems. My gear stripped, or oh, the motor's getting like way too hot. I burned it out, right? Or the ETU's gone, right? And they spend so much money trying to build it out when you could have just bought it brand new and saved yourself the headache, and at least you had a warranty. So if anything did happen, and as long as you followed the guidelines, yeah, you wouldn't pay a damn thing to get your gun up and running as good as new. You know, there is a reason why you should buy brand new, and of course, it supports your local airsoft businesses. But it's entirely up to you. We're not gonna force you to do either or. It's your choice. It's your prerogative, bro. You know, there are some things that you can do. Oh, there you go, Cutter. Thank you, Cutter, doing the Lord's work right there. I am a tech, and unless you are a tech or know a good one, I wouldn't recommend buying used. That's true. Unless you know exactly what you're looking for, or you know that this is, hey, I'm going to buy this, and I know this is going to be a project. Like, there's no question, there's no confusion. You're not going to try to use this immediately. You're going to get it, immediately give it to, like, your tech buddy and be like, hey, I want you to work on this. I don't care how much it costs. And they'll, all right, cool. You know, and they'll immediately start getting to work on it, right? You're going to pay a lot for it, but, yeah. Makes sure what's wrong with this. That one's well. Well, yes, it was a really interesting experience with my LMGs. Yes, it was a very interesting experience. Oh, Epic Fail 989. Where's your gun bag, bro? Where's the box? I'm not throwing any shade or anything. It's just joking. But in general, yes, that is one thing that I would strongly recommend to everyone here. If you didn't know already, if it wasn't obvious, airsoft guns look pretty fucking close to the real thing. They look pretty damn convincing. Even if you were to, even if you were to like notice the bright orange flash hider, technically speaking, it does still look real. What's stopping someone from just painting their normal bird cages or, their comps freaking orange, Like, multiple colored ones exist out there. I've seen them. It doesn't matter if I have the orange tip or not. Even if it was like a Nerf gun where the whole thing is orange and yellow or blue, you got to make sure that you keep that thing in a box or a gun bag. Hell, wrap it in a towel. I don't care how. Just make sure it's not out in the open, It was smart. A good thing that Epic Fail carried in the trunk. But even then still, I will do my best. Like, because my trunk normally on my car is like completely sealed. There's no way you can see inside. So like, sure. But I'm not going to lie. I've made the mistake myself where I've gone to like the grocery store and I come out with my groceries, in my bag, all my bags and such. And I like open up the trunk and I forget that some of my guns in there, like I'll have 1 or 2 rifles that are not in the bag. So as soon as I open it, you can plain as day see what looks like, just like your AR, right? And I'm like, oh my fucking God. Like I gotta, so I shut the thing down or I throw my groceries in, I immediately slam it. So that way nobody else sees. Because the last thing I want is someone to freak out or some kid goes, oh my God, he's got a gun or something. You know what I mean? Like in the middle of a parking lot, 911 gets called on me and I'm like, damn it. Like I don't want to be that guy. So always do your best to make sure that all your airsoft replicas are kept inside of a box or some type of gun bag. You know what I mean? Just as long as it's not out in the open. Okay, remember guys, promotion going on right now. You guys have just shy of an hour left before we close out tonight's live stream. So make sure to go ahead and get those orders in. Don't miss out. Place your orders right now. Any $20 or greater order, you are automatically entered into this week's live stream giveaway. It's going to be pretty dang packed with names and entries. So the more entries you have, the better. The more entries you have, the better your odds of winning. Take advantage of the promotion where every $50 gets you 2 entries. All right. What gun grand should I get for a beginner? Yeah, RPG Lover, you're doing a really good job. And same thing with Krieger. It really depends on your preferences, and you're spoiled for choice. Here's my top 3 brands for pretty much anyone looking for something either just have options too, right? They'll have like a multitude of them. Arcturus, Lancer Tactical, Classic Army. Those are my 3. Maybe G&G, but I wouldn't really consider them beginner friendly anymore. You know what I mean? Even their old as hell, mid 2010, like or late 2000s, early 2010s combat machines. Them shits are like going for $200+. They don't got shit on them. They're outdated as hell, and they're still trying to charge you more than $200 for it. I'm like, get out of here with that. G&G, amazing. I love the level of quality that they put into a lot of their stuff. Worth the money, not for their beginner stuff. High-end stuff, maybe. High-end stuff, you can make the argument. It's there, But beginner stuff, I don't know, man. I don't know, I personally, I don't think so. I don't think they're really a beginner brand anymore. I really don't. I just finished working on my Wolfsbane 1911, launching 32, 250 FPS, and 94. Hey, that's pretty good. The fact that you're launching 3.2s with that consistently, though, is actually really, really cool. RB Lovers, normally green gas is used for summer, but there's also red gas and black gas, which is higher pressure for colder temps. Absolutely, that is correct, which we do sell all these gas variations as well. If you guys wanted to go ahead and stack up on those as well, we will have black gas and red gas. Just type it up and it shows up. Cali winters are nowhere near cold enough to completely knock GBVR performance. Believe it or not, yeah, they are. It depends on what part of California you're in. Because even that also depends on the gas blowback too. Some of the gas blowbacks are way more sensitive to the cold weather. The minute it drops below like 65, it like freaks the fuck out. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you really gotta monitor that. Like, it definitely can. You know, unfortunately, that is the unfortunate part. So that's why I feel bad for a lot of East Coast players, because it fucking snows over there. Like, you guys, there's winter. Like, man, that shit is like insane. You know, so I feel bad for anyone trying to run a GVR out there. Worth it for California winters? Okay, I see where that came from. I see where that. But is it worth it for California? It is. It still is. Just for as long as you're trying to do things to actively keep your mags warm. That's the biggest thing. And you can always run, like RBG Lovers was saying, you can always run higher pressure gases as well, to be a little bit more resilient to the cold weather. Make sure to miss anything. How hard is it to install a Nebula MOSFET? Ugh. That is a very good question. Yeah, then you should be good doing it. Just watch a few videos. It's not the hardest one to do, because I've done it once. I'm not a tech, but if I can do it, barely, anyone can do it. I'll be honest. I'm pretty bad when it comes to teching my own shit, dude. Real well, what's going on, man? Good to have you here as well, brother. Don't let us suck when a cool airsoft gun doesn't have much aftermarket support. Yeah, no, I feel that. Like, dude, FALs, man. You know what I mean? Like, FALs, brother. Like, FAL AGs. We were spoiled for choice. Well, I mean, I say we, right? But you guys were spoiled for choice for years. They used to carry them. Mid-cap magazines, brother. I cannot, for the life of me, find anymore, like, stateside. You know, we were the only one at a certain point that carried them for a few days and immediately sold out. Like, I was pissed, bro. What thread pitch is the Golden Eagle STF 12-motor device? Is a 24mm? TF shotgun. I think it is, but let me double check. Oh man, my throat. STF. Mama say, mama say, mama go sa. Mama say, mama say, mama go sa. Yeah, it should be 24. It should be 24. Yeah, DJ, you're right. It is 24mm. Thank you very much for that. I might get on a good deal. Anyone here that has ordered patches from me and not received them? I forget that you sell more patches, and I need to get myself some, Cutter. I need to get myself some. The OG Mayo Gang tonight. Yeah, man, I'm happy for that. That's the thing. I love it when all the OGs can pull through. Obviously, it is nice when I'm able to get newer members of the Mayo Gang to, even if it's just for a little bit, to pull through, hang out, ask their questions, and hopefully get their entries in and, you know, get the lowdown for what's going down for, you know, our giveaways and stuff. But yeah, it always feels like I'm coming back to a nice warm hug, you know, from the Airsoft community every time I pull through, dude. It's always super nice. Why is New Pro Gas so expensive? It's that European clout, brother. I'm kidding. It's not the most expensive. I've seen way more expensive. You kidding me? Magni Gas was more. Only one gas for me, CO2, baby. If you want the fun stuff, you need to put out some money. That's true. Is the Nemesis X9 good? Hell yeah. Dude, absolutely. It is. Yeah, like Brewer was saying, yeah, meant more of a CQB gun. The X9s are fucking goated, dude. X9s are goated, brother. Actually, do we still have the? Yes, we do. Yeah, if you were kind of, you know, lacking in the bread department, you weren't flush with cash, and you wanted to get a dope airsoft gun, though, X9's the way to go, baby. X9's the way to go. You are looking at a full metal construction, of course, 603 type interbarrel rotary style hobby chamber, quick change spring, well, at least quicker change spring system. This does have the Classic Army ECS programmable trigger unit on here, a PDW stock, which I respect and I actually like, which is rare because I hate PDW stocks. This is the only one that I want to run. This is the only PDW stock I like because it has a fuck ton of battery space. It has a lot, dude. A lot of battery space. So I like this guy a lot. And I like that price point even more, baby. 164 from 350, 650 to 164 is nuts. So we're going to have two colorways which you can get at that price point. You can get it in the blue and silver, or you can get it in the solid gray. I'll leave a link to the X9s here in the chat for you to check out. But yeah, dude, I would say either one of those, banging deal. Banging deal. Absolute steal. And here's the thing. it is still, technically speaking, using a version 2 gearbox, so there are things that you can change out if need be. It is a Nemesis, though, so there are going to be one or two things that are a little bit different. Gear sets are going to be magnetized. Obviously, you're going to need the little magnet if you wanted to change them out for anything else. Oh yeah, and the hob chamber works specifically with that air nozzle, but I never really have problems with that, to be honest. Like, I never really feel like I need to change those components out specifically unless they're actually broken. It's still using a version 2 at the end of the day. You still can upgrade it more should you want to, right? I like how they perform out the box. They are a CQB monster, and that's what they're built for. And mags are still in production. PTS even makes 9mm style magazines that are compatible with this. Zion Arms, their PW9 mags, compatible with this as well. It's using the same spec. I'm just saying, if you're looking for a little CQB monster, this is the way to go, especially if you want to get it on a steal, on that banging deal. I would say go for that. I'll give you $1. Oh, it's funny. Me $1 million. Should I get a tracer? If you're playing indoors, yes. If you're playing indoors, I would say yes. G&G are mid-tier price, in my opinion. I would say yes. They're what used to be their beginning guns are now their mid-tier guns in terms of price point. I would say, yeah. I would say that they're... I think they really, though, push the envelope in their high-end section. I think that's what G&G does best. When they're allotted a pretty high cost, they can make amazing airsoft guns. They can make some amazing airsoft guns. But it's just one of those, price has to be of no objection. Price has to be of no significance to you if you wanted to go that route. Oof. Oh, my apologies. A little gas right now from all the chili dogs. I feel like Sonic the Hedgehog. Chili dogs, gotta go fast. Cutter, I was pulled over in South Carolina, still dressed, teched out, tacked out, coming from an event with a backseat full of guns. Fun conversation with the cops. Oof, brother. I'm gonna be real, not to get too political, but if it was me and it was here in LA going with what's going on right now, I would have been in like a 5x5, little like crate looking like animal, little cage on a box. My ass would be all the way out in El Salvador right now. I would, dude, no, hell no. But you know what? I'm glad nothing came about that. And honestly, I'm sure once that someone, like at the very least, a cop who actually knows what he's doing, if he looks at the airsoft gun, he's gonna take one look at it, maybe one look at the magazine, and be like, oh yeah, this is a toy, you're fine. Just don't be dumb. Have this in a box or have this in your trunk or something. I'm sure he probably that's something that I could see happening. I could see that specifically happening, right? If he's cool, he won't even give you a ticket for that. Why would he even give you a ticket for that in the first place? You know what I mean? I don't know. It just freaking sucks. Gray tarp say what's the fuck? What bright orange bird cage? Nice. Epic fail. I caught that. Gun bags, cases save lives. Yes, they do. There have been many cases, or honestly, even if they don't save a life necessarily, at least they don't make the rest of the hobby look bad. Like, we already got enough shit going on. We don't need more stuff making the airsoft community look worse, Seriously. Get a gun bag, people. Gun bag, gun boxes, I don't care what it be. What AG would you recommend for a beginner? Like I said, any of those three brands: Arcturus, Classic Army, Lancer Tactical, Gen 2 or Gen 3. Preferably Gen 3 if you want, I guess, a few more bells and whistles out the box. Scrolling up. Make sure I don't miss anything. Lancer Tactical Gen 3 or Gen 4. Yeah, you can, if you have the bread, you can go Gen 4. I just found Gen 4 was like, even though they start at a really good price point, I don't know if I would necessarily call the Gen 4's beginner. You know what I mean? Most beginners that I personally know, they only have like maybe tops $200 to spend, maybe $250 if they're lucky. But I mean, again, everyone's financial situation could be very different. So if you have the means for it, yeah, Gen 4 is fucking amazing. Oh, my eyes. Oh, that feels so much better. I know I shouldn't be scratching my eyeballs, but damn, does it feel good. Oh, man, so much better. All right. Isaias, I'd go. Hell yeah, dude. Absolutely. I'd want you to go. Which shows out there? Same, brother. Same, dude. All right, scrolling down, because there's going to be a few more comments and questions. Question, is the LT Gen 3 polymer? Yes. What's polymer? And it's going to be the receiver and the handguard. The outer barrel buffer tube are going to be metal, though. So what needs to be metal is metal. What can be polymer is polymer, if that makes any sort of sense. Whispers in ear. Lancer Tactical. Type A Gen 3. It is banging. I do the Type A rifles actually look pretty schmexy. They look pretty good. Type A. Ugh. Yeah, the BGs, the BG defense. We also have combos for them too. Also field ready combos as well. So in case anyone was looking for pre-accessoried out airsoft guns, look for the field ready combo stuff. These are gonna be pretty nice. They'll come with everything that you see here. Right there you go. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. What the fuck? Hold on. Let me move this out of the way. There you go. Look at that. Look at that. Pretty cool, huh? Pretty cool. Again, this is just for like anyone that's like, you know, they wanted to go out and just, they didn't really know how to dress up their guns and they just wanted to trust us to build it out for them. You can do that too. That's an option. I normally like to tell people to build out their own guns, but if you want us to do it, I mean, we can. You know, we'll offer it. It'll cost more. You can also go with this one as well. This is the Mark II handguard instead, so it's the full M-lock, right? I'll move this over to the side a little so you can see better. There you go. All right, there's that. Right, there's that. There's that. I like, that's a good picture. That's a really good picture. I like that one a lot, personally. I think that one's really cool. All right. Yeah, I like that as well. I think the Type A's are just really, really cool. And again, shout out to BG Defense for working with Lancer Tactical and thereby us being able to carry said products. So again, I like it when collabs go well. Not a spoiler or anything, but Lancer is working currently on a video where they actually interview the two owners for BG Defense Type A. So you know, they're working on getting the Type A guys in for an interview, and they'll be able to go to record it and have that as their main upload. And of course, we're gonna be resharing that as well, because damn, that's pretty fucking cool. I like it when a company actually can come in and work with, you know, guys like people from the airsoft industry. I just think it's cool. I just think it's really, really cool when you get official license that actually work out like that. And these are going to start off pretty damn cool. You can get a Gen 2 or you can get a Gen 3. Gen 2s are going to be like, what, 209? Yeah, 209. Gen 3s are going to be 225, which I think is pretty fucking cool, right? Pretty damn cool. Isaias, you still have the awards in the promo. Oh, my goodness. I thought I got rid of that. Oh, well. Damn. I'll have to get rid of that. I'll have to get rid of that in a little bit. I didn't even notice it was still there. Hot damn. My bad, chat. My bad. I'll get rid of that. Did you get the battery out before? But what the fuck? What is this? Make her start. What are you talking about? I just don't want to die. The thing with smoke. What is this? Okay. Oh, is this okay? It's okay. This state doesn't really have much for airsoft, unfortunately, but I've been getting into it. So excited today to get the package. I'm still getting to play a bunch. Make you more immune to what the frick? And spoken. What is that? They will advise also. Hold on. I feel like I missed out on the whole thing. Okay, I do appreciate the response. I was freaking out because when it was working, it was awesome. But then started smoking. I freaked out. Oh God, that's not good. That is not okay. Jesus Louise. Anyways, also it's bad. I inhaled some of the smoke from the battery. You won't die. You won't die. But yeah. This is okay. How much airsoft, unfortunately, but I've been getting into it. And I was so excited today to get the package. I'm still planning to play a bunch. Well, I'm happy that you're still excited to play, but yeah, that's crazy, dude. I'm sorry that happened, man. Above to the mag chamber. I thought I was on fire for a minute. Makers is okay. How you guys doing? How am I doing? I'm doing good, man. I am doing a-okay. D&D player 0986. Thank you for asking. That's the first time in this chat someone asked me. I noticed that. Thank you. It means a lot to me. No, I had a really good day today, actually. I was able to I felt like I got a good amount of stuff done today. I was able to make it home today on time. I was able to get dinner up and running. I had a good night's sleep, which is kind of rare for me. Yeah, no, it was actually a pretty damn good day. And of course, I'm streaming and I'm hanging out with you guys, so I'm having a lot of fun with that. What accessories does this mystery box usually come with? Snorlax or VR? What accessories does this mystery box usually come with? Well, it depends on the mystery box. I mean, if you're talking about the accessories mystery box, it's a mystery, right? It's a mystery. Usually, if we're talking about this guy, right, the accessories mystery box, right? We're talking about the accessories mystery box, the one that goes for $49.99. Yeah, it goes for $49.99 on our site. All right, this guy. We're talking about that. We ask that you put in the notes comment section of the order when you place it. Put down what it is that you're hoping to get. Oops, sorry. Put down what it is that you're hoping to get. Maybe what you have already. What type of handguard you have. You know, if you have like a gun already that built out, but you just don't have the accessories for it, let us know. Hey, I have this AR. It uses an M-lock handguard. I was hoping maybe I can get like a foregrip, maybe an optic or some type of laser, maybe even a trace unit. If you give us some idea, we can work generally with those requests. You know, it's not going to be obviously a guarantee that you'll get everything that you ask for, but I do try my best. Whenever I put the mystery box together, I do my best and my damnedest to make sure that I try to grant your requests as close to the original request as possible, right? But again, just give me some ideas to work with, and I can go off that. I can typically go off that as well. Spoil me, daddy. Nice. Okay. Sergeant Unicorn. Hey, man. Good to have you here as well. Sorry, friend. Bad news. I can't go to Kitty Wings. We're going to have to go to medical conference in Long Beach, but I hope you have a great time. Damn, man. Damn. That freaking sucks, dude. Well, you know what? I will be there thinking of you. Thinking how cool it would have been if you showed up as well. That'd be freaking sweet. Glad your day was good and you had a good sleep. Much love. Thank you, man. Appreciate that, D&D player. It means a lot. What answers as well? Makes sense as well. Reminder: if you have if you lipo battery, please research on safe handling for lipo battery so you don't get accidents. Yes, I can attest to that. I feel like I should be the poster boy for lipo battery or just battery safety in general. Considering I've made mistakes, man. I've made mistakes. Not even like intentional. Just fucking. I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. First week that I started working, when I transferred over from customer service, I told the story before. I transferred over from customer service initially because I worked customer service when I first started at GI. Then I transferred over with somebody around like the holiday season, with storefront because I wanted to work storefront. I didn't care if I didn't have Saturdays off. I just wanted to work storefront more than work on the phones. I have a phobia for whatever reason. I get really nervous when I talk on phones. I don't know what it is. Phone calls make me really nervous. Probably because of all the trauma that I got from fucking working customer service. But I was working the busy sale day, holiday season, everyone's getting all their guns, Black Friday and such, and I wasn't paying attention. And the battery that I used to test fire gun to show a customer, I plugged it. It was a LiPo battery, and I freaking plugged it into a nickel monohydrate charger without even realizing. Like, I had no recollection of me even doing that. Like, I wasn't even looking as I plugged it in. I was just feeling around like for the Tamiya connector, and I was like, oh, okay, plugged it in. Didn't even think about what type of battery. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was one of the worst mistakes ever, and I almost burned down the storefront. Thankfully, Cisco was there to catch it quick and stop the fire before it spread too quickly. They did have to clear out, the building for a little bit, let the air, kind of take away all the smoke because there was still a fire. But yeah, man, safety, gotta be very safe, gotta have proper handling of any of these LiPo or lithium-ion batteries, because mistakes can lead to that. Absolutely. Guarantee the card is an issue. Mayo Gang, let's go. Absolutely, let's go. Stay bland, baby. Stay bland. With the help, being super new to the hobby, I'm glad I was able to jump in this combo and get some help. Absolutely, LGC. We're always trying to help out as many people as we possibly can. That's kind of the whole point of a lot of these streams that I do specifically, especially the Tuesday ones. They're definitely more of like the laid back sort of hangout stream. I try to help. I've always told people this. I don't care if you're a beginner player, how many times I get the question, the same, even because a lot of times I do get the same questions in my chat. What is the best airsoft gun? What would you recommend for this price? What is the best for this? Right? Like, I get a lot of those, but I also know that it's a lot of people's first time whenever they watch the streams. So that's kind of why I don't mind answering it, because again, you're asking it because you genuinely don't know and you're hoping to get answers. And so if you have any questions about anything airsoft related, you're always and that goes for everyone. You're always more than welcome to ask your airsoft related questions here. It doesn't matter if you're a first time viewer, if you're 200th and 27th viewer, I don't care what number, how long you've been here, or how long you've been playing. If you have airsoft related questions, I can try my best to go ahead and answer them as much as possible. Try to give my honest opinions, my experiences as well, since I've been playing for 15 going on 16 years now at this point. A smart balance charger with these pre-programmed settings takes the uncertainty out of the charging source. Yeah, no, absolutely. Smart chargers are the way to go, no matter what. It is always going to be the way to go. It's a ploy. He's hinting at another BB Wars. I know we do want to have another one, hopefully, before the end of the year. It's definitely going to be several months before we do it. Like, maybe late fall, early winter. Maybe, if we do another one. That would be cool. That would actually be really, really cool if we could do it that way, right? Any more info about that GBB MP5 UTs with a month or two back. GBB MP5. I know we were teasing an AEG MP5. I know we were teasing an AEG MP5, but GBB, that'd be pretty high. I know we are getting some in later on in the year, if I remember correctly. All right. Let's see here. Oh, my eye freaking itches, dude. What the frick? Freaking allergies going crazy right now. That one as well. That one as well. Curse doesn't want to die and stuff. All right, I'm scrolling to make sure I'm not missing anything else. And that one as well. That one as well. Going through. GBB Michigan, not bad. Just make sure it's use higher pressure gas or CO2. Yeah, CO2 is honestly going to be way more resistant to the cold weather for sure. I would. That's why again, we saw a lot of SR4s selling, specifically East Coast, and it totally makes sense. Like that totally tracks. You know, I get it. It's cold out there, man. It's cold. Okay, keeps going up. $1 should trace unit pull over South Carolina. So you don't have preference as well. So make sure. Just want to make sure I'm like thorough and I'm not missing anything. Okay, I should be caught up on those right now. I should be caught up on most of the questions, but I'm gonna scroll down. How much? I feel like there's gonna be more. Okay, not too much more. Remember, guys, share this around with as many people as possible. Let people know that we are going live, and make sure to smash that like button as well to let us know. Let us know that you guys like the content that you are seeing. Young Tune Demand. Ooh, interesting question. We talked about this in a few live streams in the past like couple of weeks, actually, like following BB Wars. There was just a lot of admin stuff that was going on behind the scenes. I can't talk about too much stuff, and I also don't want to throw anybody under the bus, obviously, of course, but there was a lot of stuff out of our control that needed to be taken care of right then and there. There was a big risk of BB Wars not happening at all, actually. Not by our choice, I'll say that. But yeah, there was some admin stuff that needed to be handled behind the scenes. Thankfully, all the GI staff was on it. We were able to go ahead and get things underway. But we were, again, if you did look at the schedule, we ultimately were only 1 hour late. It was just a rushed process when we finally got things going. But yeah, that was the whole thing. That was the whole thing behind it. Definitely won't join the Discord. Yes, LGC. The Discords are the place to be, man. The Discord servers is the place to be. If you're ever looking for like assistance with anything, you can always DM us there. If you're ever looking for recommendations for things or just general questions or want to know like what's going on behind the scenes, Discord is a great place to be, man. Also, follow us on Instagram too. Follow us on Instagram as well. That's a great place as well. We're constantly posting story updates to let people know what sales and deals we got going on. This community is great. I'm so glad there isn't much toxicity in it all. We do our best, and honestly, we don't even really have to try too hard anymore. I feel like when we were first starting off, there was a little bit of toxicity from some of the players, but not a ton. I feel like right now it's definitely calmed down, and I feel like this is, out of all the airsoft, within the airsoft community, which is already niche, the more, even more niche community of the Mayo Gang itself, I feel like really emphasizes really trying to help other players out and really emphasizes trying to give a good experience to the future generation. Right? A prime example was during BB Wars, right? One of our regulars, Trinity, right? She freaking awesome player, a joy to have every single time, a joy to hang out with. She and Chef Panikage are freaking amazing, right? Warrens of the Ether, shout out to those guys. But you know, she had won one of the raffle prizes during the end of the game, raffle giveaway, and she had given it to a really like this young newer player, right? Fairly newer player. He was a young kid. She just made that kid's day because he got himself a brand new Zion Arms. I believe it was Zion Arms R15 Mark II. That's a $300-something gun, right? And this kid got one brand new, just handed off to him for free, right? You know, that's cool, man. You know, Cutter, I believe you do giveaways too, right? If I'm not mistaken. Brewer's done giveaway as well. You know, a lot of these guys will be given away, sometimes even just for free, right? Sometimes they'll show up to the field and just give away shit for free. Just because, you know, that's the sort of vibe that a lot of the members of the Mayo Gang like to do, right? That's sort of like what we like to do. And that's what our focus is, really trying to take care of the newer generation and give them a really good experience. Obviously, offering a lot of stuff for the older players as well, and for those that continue to shop with us, trying to offer rewards as much as we can. Trying to incentivize you guys for, again, still hanging around and supporting us all this time. But we do try to focus on, hey, really putting this message out there. If the newer players, if we're not getting a steady stream of newer players into the hobby, Airsoft will die. Airsoft will 100% die. Airsoft won't continue. We're going to slowly see it start to just burn out. And I don't want that. And I'm pretty sure everyone here doesn't want that either, right? And so we got to do what we can to try to make sure that the kids that are playing now, have a good experience and pass on that torch, Fats, man, what's going on, man? Popped in for a bit. What's going on, man? Good to have you here as well. Is KDB going to bring back the F90 mags? Rusty, I wish I could tell you. I don't know. I wish I knew. I wish KWA would bring back several things and do a lot of things. KWA, if you're listening right now, you heard it here first. There are people who want the F90 to continue being a thing. Bring back more. The F90 is cool. The F90 magazine's very cool to have as well. Do it. Do it, man. But yes, to answer your question, I really hope they do. I hope they do. That's what I hope for the lobby. From all the videos I've watched, seems like everyone is super friendly and helpful to newer players. That's the mission, man. That's the goal. We got to do what we got to do. We got to do what we got to do. I popped in for a bit. What's up? Good to have you here as well. Mods, keep this channel toxic clear. Yeah, and shout out to the mods too. You're right, Cutter. I need to give the shout out where it's due. I need to give the proper credit where credit is due. Shout out to all my mods and all the regs here that also help monitor the chat and keep it clean. Obviously we like to go ahead and we like to joke around here. We like to have fun. We'll joke here and there, maybe say some out of pocket stuff, maybe once in a while. But generally speaking, it's a pretty non-toxic place to be. We keep it that way for a reason. We want newer players and people in general to feel like, oh, I can hang out here. This is a cool place to be, right? I'm not gonna be made fun of, What was this? Oh yeah, cheating will never go away. All we can do is maintain order and have players do the best they can to call their hits. That's 100% true as well. That's 100% true as well. I don't think there's ever going to be an end of some players just abusing the honor system, or some players just not being good people. There's just, let's be real, the world is full of assholes, man. The world is full of assholes. There's definitely no shortage of them, so why would you go out of your way to act like one yourself when it's way easier and it's more rewarding to just be a good guy? It's just more rewarding to be a good dude. You know what I mean? Be that player that makes a player's day. If you see a player having trouble on the field, see if you can do to help him out. If his gun's broken, let him a spare. Let him try yours out, for a little bit if you don't mind. Recommend him to a good shop. Let him know, hey, go check out Airsoft GI. They got some really good deals. That's what you gotta do. Just saying. I'm just putting that out there. It really does help. It really makes their day a lot better. If you see kids struggling to get a foothold, during a game, work with them. Have them follow your group. It really, really does make a big difference. You'd be surprised, because the reason why I'm able to do a lot of the good stuff is because, one, I had a lot of negative experiences happen to me, but I've also had a lot of good experiences, and those good experiences just stand out that much more. Yeah, he was super happy. That was very awesome. Yeah, dude, seriously. Any word for a multi-faction war game with active FQBS? No word on my end. No word on my end as of yet. I send people parts and accessories all the time to help out players. Yeah, there you go. There you go. I, for one, am enjoying my Fight Night jacket. RPG Lovers, yeah. Dude, RPG Lovers, you guys don't know, RPG Lovers, he was actually one of the winners, too, of our raffle. He won some of the... KWA also gave us some swag to give out. And we had this Fight Night Letterman jacket, or this varsity jacket. It was actually really fucking cool. It looked sick. And he won it. He was telling me, too, that he went to Chinatown and he was getting compliments for it. I was like, damn, bro. Hell yeah. You got the drip jacket on and everything. The Rizzlord, the Rizzler over here. Happy Ghost Ninja, good to have you here as well, man. What's good, dude? Going well, man. Going absolutely well. KWA, when NS3 USP? Actually, that's a great question. I would love it if KWA, I don't know if they'll do it, though. But I would love it if KWA re-released all their previous models that use the NS2 system and just redid it with the NS3 system. That would actually be so tight. The NS3 system is actually really good. I like how much more efficient the NS3 is. You know what I mean? The NS2 definitely felt a little outdated, so I like how much nicer the NS3s run. So I'm a big fan. I just wish that they did more. Sorry, last question. No worries, man. About the replica. If the new battery I ordered doesn't work, doesn't mean it's a problem with the internal components. I just want to know what to do from here. Yeah, I would say there's only really one way to tell, and that's to go ahead and like plug it in. At that point, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. If you get the normal sounds when you plug, because it's using the Nebula ETU on there. When you plug in the battery, it should give you the normal beep. If you're able to use it just fine, then there you go, no issue right there, right? As long as it's properly charged, of course, as well, right? But if you're getting like an error message or like sound like where it's like beep, 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 right, you get the little error beeps, then there's a problem. Then there's going to be something wrong with the gun itself, right? Or if you're just not getting any response from it after the battery's fully charged, you plug it into the gun and you're not getting anything, then yeah, there's definitely a problem with the gun itself, and you got to send it to us. We can hook you up with a warranty and everything. Cutter, I feel like this comes from experience. Just a side note to all airsofters: unless you know exactly what you are doing, do not use crazy glue on your guns, dude. Bruh, dude, that's crazy, dude. I feel like that comes from experience. It's like us when we have to tell people, when you're lubing up your airsoft gun, don't use mayonnaise or don't use olive oil. We say that for a reason. You know what I mean? We've said that for many times for a very specific reason. Any updates on the VSC FAL pre-order dates? September. September was the last thing that I remember being told was going to be mid to late September. Last I checked, mid to late September. Just because we got more orders than we realized for that, so we're going to be working on bringing more in as well. But yes, mid to late September. That's the current ETA that we have right now. The mods here are amazing and friendly, which is rare on YouTube. I didn't think it was that bad on. I mean, I know it could be pretty bad on YouTube, but I think in Airsoft for the most part, it's been okay. But I definitely want to give special thanks out, obviously, to our mods because they do a fucking banging job, man. They do an amazing job. I use crazy glue to lube my gear. What the fuck, bro? I feel like somebody's tried that. Just because. Are your lovers still mad you didn't say hi? Show some love for the mods. One gun I attempt to work on had the upper glued. Oh no! Had the upper glued all along the seam to lower. How much you want to bet they were like, well, it was kind of rattling. It was kind of loose between, so I just super glued it. Oh no! You dum-dum! You big buffoon! You fool! You! Oh, you absolute buffoon! Why would you do that? Oh, dude, that gives me a headache just thinking about that. What the fuck? I'll hold a sign up saying, looking. Oh, please, no. RPG lovers, no, please stop. To get them apart would destroy the gun. Maybe, what about a heat gun? Would that work? I don't know. Yeah, thank you so much. Airsoft is the best. I'm so glad I ordered from you guys. Just getting the response and having this live stream is awesome. Thank you so much to you mods and YouTube. No worries, LGC. Anytime. We're always happy to help, man. Yo, what up, man? I get Ruben Moreno. Hey, what's up, Ruben? What's up? By the way, your box is ready, by the way, dog. Your box is ready. See, I had a guy live his gun. I think you lube his gun, right? Lube his gun with cooking oil. Oh, God. I bought it off him, and now I have to replace all the internals. No! Yeah, lube his gun. Oh, no. Dog, no. Why? Oh, that's terrible. Yeah, we've seen that too. Olive oil, cooking oil, bruh, it's terrible. Mayonnaise. Like, why? Why would they do that? They think they're being funny? It's not. They're just ruining the gun. Lipo battery juice tastes... Why? DJ Gaming, how would you know what it tastes like? Don't taste that. Don't do that. No, don't ever do that. Don't taste the battery juice. Brewing and... Stop. Happy Ghost Ninja, stop. Brother. No more of this goonin shit, bro. And I hate, still to this day, that goonin changed in definition. It didn't always mean it, what it means now. Okay, we did a video, a short, not too long ago, I think yesterday. And it was like a montage, right? So it was several clips in once. And one of the clips was taken from Instagram, and it said, like, it had, like, hashtag, like, Goon Squad, right? Goonin used to be something really cool, man. Goonin used to be like pretty cool. You know, you were just like this unnamed, like masked, henchman, right? You were just doing like government henchman things, right? It was cool. It was sick, right? It was a little edgy. It was nice. But now Goonin means something entirely different and super gross. So I can't even say it anymore because we used to say, literally we used to just throw the term around. We're like, hey man, we're just gooning today. You know, we're just gooning out here, right? Now we can't say that shit no more. It means something totally different. I fucking hate it. You know, you Zoomers, man, you fucking ruined it. What the frick, dude? Or a TM KSG and fielded it recently. Safe to say, no one wanted to play CQB after hearing me run rack the gun the next game afterwards. Dude, that is hilarious, Christian Ocampo. KSGs are fucking cool, dude. They're absolutely freaking sick. I'm buying the Mayo Gang goose. Ah, damn it. Damn it, man. Change the Mayo Gang to goon. No, we're not doing that. No one tell Isaias about hench. I don't want to know. I'm not going to ask. Thank you for letting me know. I will never ask. You should make a patch. Don't taste the battery juice. What the fuck, dude? I love to crunch on gears. What the frick? I can just imagine the sensation of someone taking a gear, right? Like a sector gear or something, and just putting them, like a spur gear and putting that shit in their mouth. Gross. I don't know why that freaking makes my stomach turn. When I fire my gun, it smells like fried chicken. Is that bad? Yes! I mean, it smells delicious, but yes, that's bad. Yes, that's bad. What the hell? Actually, that'd be pretty funny if your gun actually did smell like food. Like, who brought the KFC? Is that Popeyes? Room runner, thank you. I just no worries, dog. No worries. Avocado oil works great. No, it doesn't. Chat, don't listen to him. Chat, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't use the avocado oil for lube, brother. It's not worth it. Okay, scrolling up. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, no, we should be all caught up. Guys, we got 28 more minutes left of the stream before we close out today. Make sure to go and get those orders in. Any $20 good order, and you're set. You have an entry in automatically. No additional cost of payment, but you see the promotion right there, right next to me. Every $50 you spend gets you 2 entries into the giveaway, so don't miss out on this opportunity to maximize your potential of winning. Remember, we still have plenty of amazing deals going on at GI right now. Plenty of stuff, so make sure you take advantage now while you can. And use coupon code 2025 at checkout to save yourself 10% off if it's not already pre-discounted. I left a link to the live stream giveaway rules, so you can check that out for yourselves as well in case you forgot or you're new to the stream. And if you are new, make sure to leave a like on this live stream. Please and thank you. It does wonders for the algorithm. You'd be surprised. The algorithm, as is currently, hates us. Olive oil, that's a thing? No, it shouldn't be, but people do. Vaseline, no. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? That's not good. Don't use olive oil to lube your guns. Thank you. Do not use olive oil or avocado oil. That is terrible. I don't even know where to begin on that. Don't put food oil in your guns. It's just a bad idea. Yeah, all around. Grabbed another order. I needed some stuff. Absolutely. You could always use more stuff, bro. Oh my fucking god. Fidel, what the fuck? Oh my god, dude. Had a spidey tingle. My spider senses were tingling. What's up, man? Good to have you here on the stream, bro. What's wrong with good old... Anyway, brother bear. I'm not even gonna respond to that. Yeah, Fidel, you know it wasn't the oh my fucking god, what the fuck? Turning it all degen, bro. Turning it all degen. Serious talk, please. Use specified oil or grease to lube your guns. Please. Stop using mayonnaise. Use old grease for my VFC nozzle to put into... Dude, no wonder you have brain damage, bro. What the fuck? Use old gear grease for my VFC nozzle to put into my PB&J's. Yummers. Disgusting! I'm not gonna lie, though. PB&J does sound busted right now. It sounds amazing. Oh, if I had an Uncrustable right now, dog, I could eat them shits all fucking day. I love me some Uncrustables, dude. Uncrustables are delicious. What the fuck? Just hawk 2 on those gears. No, Cutter. Stop encouraging him. No. Hawk 2. No, gross. Gonna hit the KFC for that chicken grease. There's this place. Oh my god, I'm trying to remember what it's called. My little brother was telling me. It's called Dino's. You guys ever been to it? Dino's burger joint. You guys been to them? Anyway, Apparently, they have this thing called the DUI fries. Brother, brother. Heart attack on a plate is what that is. That is certified cholesterol increase. Giga heart attack waiting to happen, dude. That shit is nuts. French fries, right? Like obviously, like your typical burger joint fries. Pastrami. They'll put every topping that they got in the kitchen, chili in there as well. Load them up with so much shit, and then apparently they'll even put like I think it's supposed to be like teriyaki chicken, but they'll say, "Oh, can I get the extra chicken sauce?" That's just the grease that's on the griddle from the chicken. They'll take all that chicken juice and use that as a last-minute dressing. Bruh, dog. Like what even is it? Don't get me wrong. Delicious, yes. I can feel myself dying when I eat that, you know? Like, yeah, giga cholesterol, stonks cholesterol, bro. Ooh, put the Uncrustables in the toaster. Trust, adds a different dimension. For reals, you can't love me later. I don't even have to doubt you. I've tried it, bruh. Yes. Now, honestly, though, I think I like it when I put them in the freezer. When I put them in the freezer, and then I let them toast for a little bit after. Dude, ooh, just a little bit though, just a little bit, you know, just a little toasty, just to warm it up. It's still a little, where it's still just a little bit cool on the inside, but not. Oh, it's so nice, it's so good. What are you gonna do if I break in your house and eat all the teriyaki chicken? And then Cisco busts out the plate. Would you recommend attending Milsim West? Ooh, coming from a military family, it seems like a bunch of fun. My dad gave me a bunch of his old gear, so I'm pretty set up for it. Is it worth the money? Where's Gnarls when I need him? LGC, to answer your question, yes, it is. I've been going to Milsim West since 2019. Yeah, I've been going since 2019. I've done 10 events thus far. It was worth it every time. Whether I've done the Force on Force format or I've done the Insurgency format, it's always been worth it. It's always really fun. You actually save a bit of money when you buy your tickets early, right? When you buy your tickets early, it's worth it because you'll spend at most maybe $150. Right? You don't, and I see where you're coming from, Cutter, but believe it or not, you actually don't even need that much gear. Coming from someone that's done it like several times, I can tell you firsthand that you actually don't need a ton of gear. And the gear that you do need, depending on what you're trying to do specifically, it's not that difficult to get, actually. It's pretty easy. They will, on their website, on Milsim West's website, you will find the tax op. The tax op is basically their set of rules and stuff, right? In the packing list, in red, highlighted in red, are all the items that you absolutely need to bring and they check for. It's simple. Your airsoft gun, right? Obviously, uniform. Make sure that you're using the specific uniform requirements. So if you're going as NATO, which I would recommend, if this is going to be your first time ever going to a Milsim West event, go NATO. Go NATO. If you can do an insurgency event, like they do here in California at George Air Force Base, you can do that as well. That will also be easy. But generally speaking, I do tell people for your first time, it is nice to go NATO because it's gear and stuff that's easy to get, right? Multicam. That's like the general multicam or Scorpion is going to be the standard issue, right? Camouflage for NATO forces. So just get that. You don't need any specific plate carrier. You don't need any specific chest rig. As long as it's in the right color, tan, Ranger green, you know, that's going to be like the easiest to find. Even multicam pattern as well. Yeah, food and water for 3 days and a change of underwear and socks, man. That's pretty much all you really need at the end of the day. Obviously, there's some creature comfort things that you can do for sure, but yeah. But I've done it, man. And I think everyone should at least go twice. And I say twice specifically for a reason. The first time, obviously, you're going to go is to test the waters. And the first time is going to be the most expensive because that's when you're going to be buying the most of the stuff that you need, right? But once you go the first time, you're going to get a really good idea as to, okay, what is it that I need? What's the vibe? right? At that point, you understand the assignment. You know what I mean? You understand the assignment at that point. Highly, highly recommend that you check them out. Papa Josh Warren does a really good job organizing these events. Yeah, and I think these are really, really freaking dope to try out. Everyone should. Everyone should. I refuse to go to MSOs. He pushes wounded veterans to. I don't know about that one specifically to a Warrior Night 2. I have to look into that. I'll definitely get those tickets for the next event. I'll check out the websites too. Appreciate the information. Thanks, Monsters community. Wish you are the best. Absolutely, man. Absolutely, dude. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Which cutter, play carrier, quick release. I like chest rig. Yeah, it's like I'm a big chest rig boy. I love me the chest rig. Play carriers, I have plenty of, and they're definitely a vibe. But chest rigs are the way to go, man. You know what I mean? They're so easy, brother. Has anyone seen those AI Bigfoot vlogs? Dude, Victor, yes. Darktree, I know if you're listening, Darktree, holy crap. He's been showing me a ton of those, man. He's been showing me a ton of those. And my goodness, they're too convincing. They're too good. You know what I mean? Like, I can tell that obviously, you know, it is AI for sure. Right? Because obviously, you know, at this point in day and age, right? But, man, like, AI has gotten crazy good, man. Like, it's scary how amazing it's actually become, how convincing it really is. Not to mention they're just funny as well. They're pretty damn funny. I have 2 Lance Tactical plate carriers, black and tan, and a black Bond 421. How's Cisco doing on his weight loss? I think he's doing okay. I don't know. I haven't asked him. He's been pretty busy right now with some personal stuff as well. So I haven't had a chance to go ahead and ask him. But I don't know how consistent he's been with the gym. I remember for a while he was on a streak. You know what I mean? He was on a very, very big streak. And I think he did lose some weight as well. But I don't know what his progress. I also don't want to, like, you know, police him, be like, oh yeah, what's your progress, you know, and then, you know, not having, like, I just don't want to be like that, you know. But yeah. GI is working, trimming AI Cisco. What the fuck? Send them to me. Yeah. Yeah, that damn ape, dude. It's crazy. It's crazy how good that the AI has gotten for it, man. Good night, y'all. It's already tomorrow here. No worries, Joshua Landers. You have yourself a wonderful night, or rather, a wonderful morning. Take it easy, man, and I'll see you on the next one, man. Take it easy. Guys, we got... I couldn't do math there for a second. 17 more minutes before we close out. Make sure to go ahead and get your orders in. Don't miss out. Every $50 you spend gets you 2 entries into the giveaway, and every $20 greater order, you're automatically in. No additional cost of entry. You just got to make sure that you're watching the live streams, man. Got to make sure that you are watching. And remember, guys, if you have any last-minute questions to ask, whether it be airsoft related or not, they can be completely unrelated entirely. You're more than welcome to ask away in the live chat. Just put the letter Q right in front of your question. It's going to make it a lot easier for me to identify and thereby answer. You recommended pistols or rifles for indoor games. D&D player, depends on the person. I mean, generally speaking, for any first-time players in general, if you're playing indoors, you know, it doesn't matter too much. I would still say stick with an AEG. Electric is going to be way easier to maintain, especially if you're just first getting into it, because gas blowback will require you to learn how to clean and maintain it, you know? If you're not willing to have a little bit of responsibility when it comes to cleaning airsoft guns, I wouldn't recommend even playing airsoft, but I would especially say so for airsoft pistols, because they are still gas blowback, right? But with that being said, you can go with a gas blowback for rocking that as like your primary indoors. A lot of people do it. A lot of guys do it. It's super small. It's compact, very mobile. That's kind of the whole vibe for indoors in general, right? Is to be as agile and as mobile as possible, be as lightweight. That's kind of the whole idea, right, behind it. So rocking a pistol is not a bad choice. It's just going to require a lot more commitment on your end. And I don't know if every beginner player is ready for that level of commitment and responsibility. That's why I say it. Make sure to miss anything. Make sure to miss anything. We had a place in Florida that would put all nacho toppings on waffle fries. Ooh, Irish pub fries. Yeah, Irish pub fries. Dude, hell yeah. Dude, that's freaking sick, man. Waffle fries, nacho cheese. What I want to see, though, what I never see, I just want, like, some good chili cheese waffle fries. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that would work really, really well, but I don't know. What do I know? I remember, do you guys know that place, the Potato Corner? disappointed, man. Disappointed. I was expecting so much more out of that place. Oh yeah, who was it that said earlier that had that hot take? Or was it? Where was it? Where was it? I think it was from RPG Lovers. Oh yeah, Dave's Hot Chicken is mid. Okay. Yes and no. I will say that ever since their expansion, because they did, the original Dave's Hot Chicken did very well, and I've tried the original. That's where I normally like to go. They do a really good job. They do a really good job. You know, like that was probably one of the earliest like places for like that hot chicken, other than like obviously the classic Howlin' Rays, right? Howlin' Rays is the OG. That's what everyone knows. That's like the golden standard. Like that is primo A++ rank. You know, Dave's, I would say it teeters between a B+ to an A-. Generally speaking though, considering all the expanded other locations now, I would say it's more on the B+ side. I do like a good Dave's Hot Chicken for sure. I definitely like Dave's a lot. But I have tried some Dave's that I've been to before where chicken was a little dry. You know, I can definitely see where you're coming from. I will say though, I think their mac and cheese is still supreme. I will say the mac and cheese still goes very hard. I'm never gonna take that away from them. Mac and cheese is still very delicious. What the fuck is a glizzy? Dude, that's hilarious. It's a hot dog. It's a hot dog. Or you can refer to it as a Glock. Yeah, a Glock or a hot dog. You can refer to either or. Yeah. You never heard of the glizzy gobbler? You know, that's what it is. A Glock dog, if you will. So if a kid yells for a glizzy Glock, I'm gonna throw a pack or a bar of hot dogs. Absolutely. Hot dog style Glock. Absolutely, dude. Popeye's chicken is the Popeyes? Popeyes is good, baby. Don't be wrong. I will never turn my nose up at KFC. KFC is still good, but I will take Popeyes over it. I'll even take a Church's chicken over it. And Church's chicken is hella greasy, but I'll still take that over KFC in my opinion. Nothing wrong with KFC. Between all of them, I'd go that route. Between all of them. But Jollibee, okay, I will say though, I don't like the spaghetti. I don't like the spaghetti from Jollibee. It's too sweet, bro. It's too sweet. It's supposed to be savory, not that sweet, brother. What the fuck? Wait, a glizzy isn't a hot... A glizzy is, but it can also refer to a Glock as well. Yeah, Dave's Hot is good. I like Dave's Hot Chicken. Dave's Hot Chicken is good. I will say it's not the best, obviously. Again, Howling Rays is like number one. Actually, you know what I really love? What I really, really love. If I'm going to go like fried chicken, or if I want a fried chicken sandwich, what's this place? Hodak? Is that what it's called? How do you pronounce it? It's a Korean place. It's like this Korean, like street food style, like hot chicken place. Hodak, that one's really good. Ooh, that one's really, really good. If you can ever find a barbecue chicken too, ooh, delicious wings, bro. Delicious wings. Barbecue chicken, Korean style, hot wings. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby, baby, baby. Haven't had a bad pot pie yet. That's true. Chicken pot pie. Ooh, dude. I haven't had. Okay, it's been kind of a hot minute since I've had a chicken pot pie. I kind of want a chicken pot pie now. God damn it. Yeah, KFC pot pies are goated with the sauce. Dude, they are. I remember my mom once. I love my mom, right? Especially when she was still working or she was at home for a while, still taking care of my brother and me. It wasn't until a little bit later on, I think, a little bit later on when I was in high school, when she actually went back and started working again. Because she took a break when she was pregnant with me and everything. Or no, actually, it was a little bit after me, like a few years after I was born, that she stopped working like full time. But I remember she was like cooking every day, and she doesn't like cooking. I'll be honest, she does not like cooking. Right? It's just not her thing. You know, it's more my dad's thing for sure. He loves cooking, and that's kind of where I get it from. But I remember one time she's always trying to make healthier versions of food, and God bless her soul, I know what she was trying to do. I was a chunky kid. I was a very chunky kid. I was super overweight. But she was always trying to make healthier versions of food. Sometimes it worked. Sometimes it didn't. The chicken pot pie, I'm sorry, Mom, if you're listening. That chicken pot pie, nah, that shit was... That was not right. That was not okay. You know, I appreciate the effort. You know, I definitely appreciate the effort. And man, that's got to be a hard thing to do. Make a healthy chicken pot pie. I'll be honest. I think there are some foods that were just meant to be unhealthy. You know, they're not meant to be healthy for the body. They're healthy for the soul. That's why it's called soul food, man, you know? Like that creamy sauce on the inside, that's got to be thick, you know what I mean? It's got to be thick. It can't be like watery. It can't be watery. What the fuck? I also love Shakey's fried chicken. You know what? Okay, Brewer, I love Shakey's to this day, man. If I could, without looking like a weirdo, I would still go to Shakey's. You know, I would love to go to a Shakey's right now. I feel like people will look at me like, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of the same vibe as like Chuck E. Cheese. If I show up, they're gonna be like, what the fuck? What is this old man doing here? You know what I mean? I would love to go to a Shakey's, bro. You know what I mean? If I could get a good group going to maybe after an Airsoft game, we hit up a Shakey's or something. You know what I mean? That'd be kind of cool. There's one by my house, actually. It's really, really close. It's like maybe 5 minutes away from where I'm at right now. It's so freaking close to me, and I always want to go, but I'm like, I feel weird just going by myself. You know what I mean? I just feel weird going. Yeah, the Mojo potatoes, bro. The Mojo potatoes, bro. They go so hard. I love meat, French fries. Okay, I've told you guys as well. French fries, and just potatoes as a whole, is up there for like contender for my favorite food, if not already #1 for my favorite food. I love French fries. French fries, potatoes of any variety, fried, baked, whether they're steamed, roasted, whatever. Potatoes, man. French fries specifically is like my favorite. Always has been. Always will be. If it's not French fries, then it would probably have to be maybe burritos, or it would be fried chicken. That's like top 3. All my favorite foods are really unhealthy. If you that's the thing with me. All the food that I really like to eat is really unhealthy. Shakey's is the shit. Chicken and Mojo. That's what I'm saying, dude. After like water polo games, dude, or even my little brother after a game that they'd have like tournaments. You know, like we'd all show up to like a Shakey's and I'd tag along to him like, yes, I get to load up on Mojo potatoes. Oh, dude, I love that shit. I'll roll through a Shakey's with you. Absolutely, dude. I would love to. Dude, you, Ruben Moreno, bro, like, if we could go to a Shakey's, or Darktree, if you're down to go, maybe after an Airsoft game, we can just go to a Shakey's. That'd be kind of busted, dude. I'm not gonna lie. That'd be pretty fucking cool. I'm so hyped for that. Dude, I haven't been to Shakey's in years. I want to go so bad. You know what? And I gotta say, the pizza, actually not bad. I like pizza. Again, all pizza's good pizza. I'm not going to turn my nose up at pizza, you know? Fun fact, KFC sells all the ingredients for a poutine. Do what you will with that information. Isaiah's question, what are some good restaurants in the areas where Airsoft GI is at? I guess it depends on ultimately what it is that you are looking for. All right? There's a couple random spots that you can find. But where Airsoft GI is at currently, we're in Santa Fe Springs. There's a few places that well, it's gonna be closer to like maybe where I'm at right now, because I'm actually not too far from work. I'm like, technically speaking, if you were to take the 605 from my house, from where I'm at right now, right, it would only be the very next exit that you would take. You would only be on the freeway for just like maybe a couple minutes before you get off on the exit. You know what I mean? Like, well, I'm pretty damn close to it. So if you're in the Linwood, Downey, maybe Southgate, even boring into like Norwalk sort of area, even Whittier, there's actually a couple places that you can go. It depends on ultimately what you're craving though. Okay, for example, if you want like a good deli, like a really, really good deli, my favorite place to go is actually this little place in Whittier called Lascari's, right? Lascari's Deli has been there for years. Absolutely fucking years, dude, and it's been holding it down since I was a little kid. I think it's been there since the 80s, if I'm not mistaken. That place is good, man. Everything is good. Everything from their pizzas to their salads, their sandwiches. My absolute favorite, Jazz's favorite thing to get there is the pastrami sandwich. The pastrami there is so fucking good. It's that really thin, like super flavorful, but it's really thinly sliced pastrami. Some pickles, mustard on a nice roll, and that's all you need, man. That's all you need, and that's it. They do it amazingly, right? They do it fucking great. That served with either some potato or some mac salad. Dude, you know, okay, Brewer, you know what I'm talking about. Lascari's, dude. Lascari's is my favorite too, dude. Okay, we gotta hit up Lascari's as well. We gotta take Darktree as well. Isaiah, bring quarters for games. Dude, I'm going to slap all y'all silly when it comes to Tokyo Drift if they still have that game there. They had the Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift arcade cabinets there. Oh, dude, I used to play that shit like crazy. But yeah, like the Scars is really, really good. Closer to my area, there's this place. What is it called? Pelican Number or something? It's a fried chicken place. They do some pretty good Korean fried chicken there too. Obviously, you can't talk about Downey without talking about Porto's, right? Porto's freaking Cuban bakery, very good, very, very good. They offer some really, really good stuff there as well. If you want something a little bit closer to more proper, more traditional Cuban food, you can go to Tropicana, which is not too far. And right across the street from the Tropicana is one of my personal favorite places to order takeout from. Is this place called Los Pollos. Los Pollos is owned by the same company that owns Tropicana, but they do rotisserie chicken. I love the rotisserie chicken that they have there. Rotisserie chicken is fucking good. It's so good there. Of course, if you drive further out from there, I mean, you can still find some K-barbecue places around. Usually what I find, though, is that when you go into, like, the Diamond Bar, Walnut, even Cerritos or Artesia area, that's where you really find, or even I would say, oh my god, what the fuck is that place called? Oh, what is it called? What's that place called? I forget what it's called. Buena Park. You'll find some really, really good some K barbecue places as well. Everything from Barbecue Stop, which used to be really close to where Airsoft GI used to be located when we were at the Walnut location. If you wanted to try somewhere else, one place that I like to go to is it Gangnam Express? Yeah, I think it's Gangnam Express. That one was really, really good. That one's nice because they'll have several different, like a lot of the marinated meats and stuff, and a lot of the bachan is already there, right? Like and like this all-you-can-eat buffet sort of counter style, and then you can order all the other different types of meats, right? They actually have really good cocktails there too. For some reason, I don't know why it's like a highlight but that it is. It's pretty good. Jazz loves getting the I believe it's the raspberry wine. It's actually really busted. It's actually really good. But that one's cool. You don't have to wait as long in between plates. Yeah, I like that one as well. And then if we're talking Mexican food, I mean, you are kind of spoiled for choice. You are kind of spoiled for choice. Yeah, Tropicana is better than Porto's. Yeah, a lot of people would say the same thing. If you want Mexican food, I mean, you take your pick. You know what I mean? There's plenty of good places around here. Whether you're looking for more seafood, looking for more tacos type beat. I mean, there's a plenty of like taco stands that'll just pop up here and there for sure, right? So you can always go with one of those. But again, also you do have your like fast foods as well, which I'll never really turn up a nose on either, right? Like if I would just want cheap tacos that are pretty quick and convenient to get, Tacos Gavilan you can never go wrong with. Those are fantastic. I love their super molitas. Delicious, bro. Delicious. If you've never had a molita before, it's like a taco, but it's like a taco pie where it's like 2 tortillas, right? Whatever meat, cheese, sour cream, guacamole, right? And whatever salsa you want accompanied with it as well. On another tortilla as well, like literally a taco sandwich, bro. It's so good. It's so good. As a Mexican, I must ask, is it Tex-Mex or authentic Mexican food? The Tacos Gavilan, that is technically speaking closer to more authentic Mexican food than it is to Tex-Mex. But again, nothing wrong with Tex-Mex per se. There's some good Tex-Mex out there. It's just not as good as actually authentic stuff, right? Y'all need to take me on a freaking food tour. Yes, Fidel. If you ever come down to LA, Brewer, myself, Dartree, and Cisco and Boaz are gonna take you on a tour, bro. Absolutely. Order a Mr. Giant lengua burrito for Mr. Giant. Trust. Ooh. I'm not the biggest lengua guy. I don't hate lengua. But I will order it. If you recommend it, I will indeed order it. I'm definitely more of a either an asada or I'm going to go pastor. Oh, I love pastor, dude. I love pastor. Anyway, guys, it is now 9:30. That's it for the promotions right now. But remember, you still can enter the next live stream giveaway going on this week. Just make sure to get your orders in. Any $20 or greater order, you are automatically entered in, so don't miss out. Don't miss out. Make sure that you are watching the live stream when we go live on Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. 8:30 is the deadline to get entered, so make sure to go ahead and do so. Guys, it's been absolutely real. Again, there are still plenty of discounts which you can take advantage of. Remember to leave a like on this live stream. Share it around as many people as possible. Again, any and all interaction, likes, views, greatly helps, especially now these days algorithm is fucking hating and suppressing our content like crazy. So we do need everyone's help and everyone's support. Again, if you want to support the channel directly, get all your airsoft goodies from airsoftgi.com. I appreciate everything that you guys do, whether it be interacting with our stream, getting your orders from airsoftgi.com, especially watching all of our videos. It definitely means the world to us that you choose to spend your free time, especially right now, hanging out with myself and the rest of the Mayo Gang. Choosing to spend your free time doing all this. Again, I greatly appreciate it. I would not be here if it weren't for you guys, and I never want you guys to think that I've ever forgotten that. So you guys have